Hello everybody, Whiteboard Economist here, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who've been watching my videos, you're probably thinking, whoa, this is a bit different. I'm used to having this giant hand draw problems for me on a board. Who is this guy sitting in front of me right now? Well, I'm the same person who's been in all the videos, I promise. Look, I'll prove it. This right here is my trusty whiteboard. You've seen this guy many times before. I've done all my mathematical computations on here. I've done all my tutoring on here. So yes, I'm the same person that's been in all the videos. But there's a reason why I'm doing this today. And it's because a few days ago, some certain people that I know wanted me to shoot a video, and they wanted me to show my face in it. And at first I was a bit confused because I don't know why you wanted to see my face so bad. It's really nothing special, and besides, it's not like you don't know what I look like, because you were sitting right in front of me when you said that. But whatever, I was planning to do a video like this eventually anyway, so I figured I might as well just do it now. But anyway, today we're going to do something a bit different. Normally I would be up here giving you some video lesson on calculus or whatever econ class I felt like teaching that day. But today we're going to talk about the economics major in general. The reason is because, I realize some of you out there who are watching are high school students and you're about to head to college. So naturally, choosing a major is something on your mind right now. And as you may know, there are a lot of majors out there. You have a lot of choices. Economics is only one of them. Well, obviously, I majored in economics. I enjoyed it very much. I've been doing it for a few years now. And so today I just wanted to give you a brief introduction on what you can expect should you choose major in economics in college. Now, these are just my opinions, and you're free to disagree with them, and I'm sure some of you will disagree with me. But as far as I know, there are three main ways of majoring in economics. The first way is the business economics approach. I imagine some of you out there have taken economics classes in high school. Maybe you took micro or macro, or maybe you took both. Well, the business economics approach is somewhat similar to the economics classes they teach in high school. If you remember from your AP courses in Econ, you learn about consumer theory, which is your run-of-the-mill supply and demand curves. You do that in business econ too. You'll learn a lot about the choices for individuals, for firms, how price affects quantity, so on and so forth. So in a nutshell, aspects of economics that are directly pertinent to the business world, hence the name business economics. Now, the other thing I wanted to go over with you today is there's a general idea of a lot of people think they automatically associate economics with a lot of math. This is partially true, but if you choose to take the business economics approach, I'll tell you this right now, the amount of math involved is not very intensive. You'll do some calculus, you'll do some basic computational math, but as long as you can add or subtract correctly, multiply and divide, if you can take a few basic derivatives or integrals, then you should be fine as far as math goes in this path. Now, so what kind of people are right for the business economics path? Well, it's good for people who either want to get a job in the business field right out of graduation, or B, they want to pursue continued education in business school. Maybe if your future plans include getting an MBA in business, oh well, I guess MBA has to be business, but if you want to get an MBA, this is a good path for you to take. But of course, there are other ways of going about majoring in economics. Maybe you don't want to get an MBA. Why should you major in economics? What should you do? Well, there's another way to do this. You can take the liberal arts approach. And for this one, the philosophy behind this is to learn about economics, not so much in a mathematical way, but in a conceptual way. What I mean is, if you take this approach, you'll notice you'll be drawing a lot of graphs drawing a lot of graphs. You'll be drawing a lot of curves on these graphs, and you'll be shifting these curves. But you're not going to do them in a mathematical way. what I mean is, you'll learn why certain curves shift certain ways given certain conditions. You'll learn the concepts behind this. For example, I guess going back to the basics, the supply and demand graph. If supply shifts a certain way, why do prices change, or how do quantity change, stuff like this. The concepts behind these graphs. And once you learn these concepts, you then apply them to fields outside of economics. Maybe you'll apply them to, say, political science, or maybe law, or maybe even medical fields, depending on what your professor wants to do or what you want to do. So, as you can see, the liberal arts approach is a very flexible way to major in economics, and it's good for people who aren't necessarily interested in the mathematical background in economics, but they want to learn about how economics affects different aspects of life. So this is definitely another way to approach it. And the third and final way I'm going to go over with you today is the academic approach. Now, this one is by far the most involved, and like I said earlier, a lot of people automatically associate economics with a lot of math. So how did Econ get this reputation? Well, it's because of the academic approach. So you can probably figure out by now, if you take this approach, you'll end up doing a lot of math. This is the one I'm on personally, and I'll tell you right now, it's not always the easiest thing to do. The workload involved is quite heavy, but I enjoy it a lot. I find it very, very, very interesting, and it's good for people who really have a passion for economics. In fact, it's probably the only path you can take if you have plans to get a PhD in economics or a master's degree. But it's not something you want to do just to do it. The workload involved, like I said, is pretty heavy. So what exactly is involved in this path, you ask? Besides the normal economic classes you take for your major, you are most likely going to have to do some research for your professors. You'll be their research assistant. Maybe you'll gather data for them or whatever they want you to do. You'll take a lot of math classes, as I've said many times. Most people who go on this path take several semesters of calculus. They take at least linear algebra, and they take differential equations. Other courses are, probability, statistics. You'll take a few proof-based mathematical courses such as real analysis and complex analysis. These courses aren't easy. They are very time-consuming, and they can be quite difficult sometimes. But not to deter you, because if you really have a passion for economics, you really want to learn, you want to have a very deep understanding of this field, then this is definitely something you want to do. It's not easy, as I've already made clear, but at the same time, it's very rewarding. You really do get a lot out of it, and I definitely don't regret doing it. So if you like it, then definitely consider the academic path. But anyway, this about concludes my video. I just gave you a brief introduction to all three approaches to Econ degree. Of course, there's much more to the economics major than just learning about how to approach it. And of course, I would love to tell you everything I know about the economics major, but if I do that, then we're going to end up with a 6-hour-long video. And I'm sure you have better things to do than to listen to me blabber on about economics for the next 6 hours. So I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll stop the video here for now, but in the future I'll post a few more videos, and we'll talk about economics a bit more. I'll tell you a bit more about my experiences as an economics major. We'll draw some comparisons with econ and business or poli-sci or whatever other fields you're interested in, and we'll bust a few myths about the major. And so yeah, we'll talk a bit more about economics. So stay tuned to my channel. But this concludes the video for now. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it and found it informative. So as usual, have a nice day.